Those.
Good afternoon. This is Gemini Dhar, and welcome to the Gemini Dhar show. My show is called Take Charge, and Take Charge is all about taking responsibility of your life and moving ahead. So, while you speak about women entrepreneurs, I have come across hundreds and hundreds of women entrepreneurs who've taken up the challenge in their life, and in spite of balancing home, personal life, personal challenges, professional challenges, they've come out winners. Today, I have an amazing guest with me, and her name is Niharicka Singh. You can just type in Captain Nick, and you will see what a wonderful, powerful, amazing women entrepreneur she is. She's a celebrity, but I want to recognize her as an amazing lady who has taken charge of her life. And she's been a very dear friend of mine, and I've learned so much from her. So while I meet amazing women across the globe, I meet some power packed women who have just achieved anything and everything that they dreamt of. So, Niharika, welcome to my show, and this is the first episode, and I'm so very happy to have you. And yes, I'm facing some internet challenges, so if you can't hear me, you can just say hello, hello, and I will repeat it for you. So, welcome to my show, Niharika.
Firstly, I really love you, and you know that for such an awesome introduction. It was really heart touching, and you know what I feel about you. So yeah, taking charge with you, like every time, every single time you will ask me to come and do this, I'll be like, I'll say yes within seconds.
So,
So thank
Niharika,
you so much.
I can say 100 things about you, and I will still not do justice because I'm very bad with numbers. And I know even you are bad with numbers, but when it comes to your YouTube subscribers, I don't know how many zeros keep on adding every week, every month. So, I want you to share what was your dream as a little girl, and where have you reached today? So I'm going to just keep quiet, and I'm going to let you share your journey with all this amazing audience that we have, because what you have achieved is what I dream to achieve someday, and I'm on my path. So I keep touching the gold so that the gold dust comes, the star dust comes on me. So yeah, Viharika, share about yourself, and tell my audience who you are, what you were dreaming of, and what have you come out to be, today.
So my name is Niharika. I have a YouTube channel, and please subscribe everyone who are watching us live. So my dreams kept changing at every stage of life, but one thing remained constant was I wanted to be famous, and I wanted to have the fame for myself. So initially, my dream was to do something in the sports department. Like I wanted to be an athlete or something like that. Then from having interest in sports, later when I went in college, I thought I'll do CA. Then I don't know what changed then when I went to study further in degree college. This time I wanted to be a journalist. I completed my degree, my post graduation in the same field. But I don't know, towards the end, what flipped in my mind, what changed. I was like, I want to do something in the entertainment field, which is informative also, basically infotainment. So I joined radio to become an RJ. That was going very well, but it was just like I didn't had so much patience to sit and wait for the opportunity to come and knock at my door. So I thought I'll make my own door of the opportunity and leave the YouTube channel because that certainly was booming at that point of time. So my friends did encourage me to, take up this as a professional thing because that was legit a thing at that point of time. So I did my research and development around it, and I felt like let's give it a try. Why not? I did my internship, and during that time, I realized that I don't want to work for anyone else because I have like thousands and millions of ideas in my mind running, but it's not necessary the bosses will consider it. So I thought I'll be my own boss. I'll put all these creative ideas in public domain and let people decide what they like and what they don't like. So hence, then we have a YouTube channel, and that is about it.
So, I have a lot of women entrepreneurs who are into the field of coaching, who are working. I coach women entrepreneurs, and they are struggling. They're struggling like anything to make their place in the YouTube, because they say, okay, we make videos, we share videos, but what is the magic formula? What is the magic formula to make my videos viral? What is the magic formula to reach out to hundreds and thousands of people? And is there an overnight success? Is there any overnight success in the field of YouTubing, and can you become a sensation overnight, and what's the secret behind it? That's what they ask me. Of course, I know the answer. I've been with you for many years, but share with them. Let them have the real picture about it.
Yeah. So to begin with, even I was looking for the same magical thing to happen to me, because I have struggled for almost a year and waiting for my videos to go viral, because I knew it that I'm putting out like absolutely fresh and new content on the platform, because I used to search for those videos beforehand, whether somebody has made the video around the same topic or not, because I didn't want to put anything that's going to repeat itself on YouTube. So I used to always put new content, fresh content, and put all the relatable episodes and situations around it. And I was just patiently waiting. Actually patient, I'm like not lying here, but I mean, I was patient in front of the people, but inside my head I was quitting literally every day I released the video, because it was not going viral. The magic was not happening. But immediately after the thought of quitting, I would talk to my friends, I would tell my parents, and they used to be like, things like this do take time. So I did not give up for 1 year. I was struggling with only 500 subscribers, whereas I was really putting new content. Like I told you, the procedure behind putting the fresh content, I say it with so much honesty and so much confidence, because I used to literally like search for new content, and
So,
then
Niharika,
suddenly, yeah,
I want to, I want
in
to,
my
I want to cut in and ask you one
uh,
question over here, because this is about
yeah.
how, what is your journey? What is the journey behind the success that you have got? So I want to ask you that when you were not becoming well known and your work was not getting appreciation, did your confidence take a toll? Did you feel that I'm not enough, or I'm not doing great work, or maybe I should change, maybe I should tweak it, and maybe this, maybe that, or look at her, she's doing worse stuff than me, but she's doing better, or he's doing such a horrible job but he's doing better, and why is God unfair to me, and why is it not happening to me? Did this kind of things come to your mind?
Everything you have said happened to me 10 times more than that, because I am this person, I'm looking at all other videos, not criticizing them, but I knew it that my work is better. I mean, it was a fact, but I'm not gaining those numbers, those traffic, those views which I deserved. So yes, it used to kill me every time I used to upload a video on my channel and just to wait for that magic to happen. And like I was saying, it did happen to me. Like things changed overnight, because towards the end of this 1 year that I had taken from my parents, that give me 1 year to prove something to you, that I can do this YouTube thing, and it's a legit professional. It's unconventional, but it is a profession that I can pursue for the next 1 year. So
So,
towards the
so
end,
and it was a very, very tough time for you, because of course when you put in a lot of hard work, the enthusiasm is there, the work is there, the money is involved, everything is involved, and when you're not getting that breakthrough, when you're not getting that struck of luck, because in YouTube you don't have like a structured formula that you have to do this. Of course you do good work and you give it out, and you just hope for some miracle. So who are the people who really supported you, and what was it that kept you believing in yourself? What was your belief about yourself that I should go ahead, this is my calling, I want to do this? What was it that you had from your inside? What was your inner thought?
in this scenario, to be really honest, it was my friends. They always, they were my strong pillars. Not saying that my parents did not support me. It's just that this whole digital YouTube, this content creation was not something that was fixing in their idea box, because they have always, heard about all the conventional jobs like engineering, teacher, this, that. So I don't blame them for that. But yes, my friends always, they kept telling me that, you just be patient because your content, your video is actually amazing. It will take time for people to figure out and come to your channel, and it will happen. And as a person, I have certain principles in my life, and I always believe that hard work never goes wasted. If I'm not gaining any profit out of it, I'm definitely going to gain some experience out of it.
Awesome.
So, on one hand, where I was expecting this fame and everything to happen overnight, on the other hand, I was also keeping myself grounded and very much, being practical about, if this does not happen, if I don't crack this whole code for me, I will go back to a normal desk job, which I did in the end. I did join the same radio station as a producer, and it was only 2 days when my channel started growing up overnight, and I left the job without saying, and I had been blocked also by that media company. That's my story.
So Niharika, you know what? Why I'm asking you this question is there are so many people who start up with big dreams, big hopes. You know, they want to conquer the world, and they have the hard work. They know what to do. They just give up. They say, no, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe my work is not great, or my luck is not favoring me, or I'm not meant to become an entrepreneur. It's better to go back to a job like you did, you know. So a lot of people give up. And I want to just share with people that when you take charge of the belief that I can do it, you know, no matter what, I'm going to stick to what I believe in. So when your belief is very strong, like, you know, if you have a family member, or if you have a child, or if you have a brother or a sister who is going through a tough time, and you will just hold their hand and say, no, I'm there for you, go ahead, do it. And that will add so much of fuel, so much of power to what they are doing. And I think you had amazing friends. I hope you still have those friends around you who encouraged you, because they are very majorly responsible for you going on and doing what you wanted to do. So tell me, how many subscribers did you gain in one night? What was the magic day about?
So yes, I don't remember the numbers correctly, but they were just doubling up. And we were not believing, like within a from 3,000 to 3,500 subscribers, I touched 100K, and that was unbelievable. There were so many content creators who had just put channel like, simultaneously, like all of us, like we had published our channels during the same time, and they're just looking at my subscribers. They're DMing me on Instagram. I was like, dude, did you buy those subscribers? And I used to say, dude, if there is an option, you also go and buy it. Because I honestly don't know what's the portal, what is the website, where to go and buy them. And I don't have that kind of money right now to buy subscribers. But if you think there is, Google is there for everyone, and Google will provide you with that information. So no, I'm not buying. Something did happen because of which, like the traffic started moving to my channel. And then people realized, and that is when the hard work was visible, because my portfolio, like all the videos that I had made before, were now recognized by all these people. I mean, it was not only one video that that took their attention. It was the other videos that kept them glued, and that is what made them subscribe. Because like my resume or my bank of videos was enough for them to realize that okay, she is a good creator, and let's give her a chance and let's subscribe her channel. So that happened.
So you are more or less the Dhoni of our industry, you know, from your YouTube industry. What's his score today? How many subscribers do you have? I haven't checked. I haven't checked your account recently of what are the followers, because I've stopped counting, and the zeros keep increasing. So I want to hear from you. What's your latest score?
So right now I'm sitting at 1.7, about to reach 1.8, and with God's grace, anytime soon we'll be at 2 million.
Do you remember we were having an interview a couple of years back, and you were saying, I just need a couple of people to cross this cross, and within 3 months I think you did cross the number. So there is a level of stagnancy that comes into any business. Okay, so I want to see. I know you are a very recognized, very powerful, and very influential individual. So you can impact lives. You will say something, and teenagers and youngsters will just follow it, blindly, because they really believe and you are a star for them. So what happens when your work becomes stagnant? Not just because you're a YouTuber, but just as an individual, when you're doing business and your business becomes stagnant, what happens? What do you do? What's your magic formula to break through?
First thing is the acceptance, that you need to accept that okay, right now you are not in the best of your head, you are not able to produce the creative ideas that you used to one time, and it's time, it's calling for you. You need to take break. Like, this is what I do as a visual creator. I take break from my work, and I tell people that just because I want to bring new ideas for you guys to watch, I am taking this break. And they are literally the sweetest people I have on my channel as my subscribers. They will always say, yes, yes, please go ahead, don't worry, come back, come back with a bang, and we are just right here waiting for all the new ideas to flow from your mind. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. So I literally take break, I go out on some road trip or anything, and then new observations and the new ideas always kick in, and then you can always have a fresh start. So break is very important, I feel.
So, Niharika, you know what? I want to tell the audience in a very simple way is that taking charge, why I believe that Niharika is an amazing take charge girl, because she takes responsibility for everything that happens to her. She doesn't blame others. She said, I did this, I achieved this. Because of me, I didn't get progress. Because of this happened. So every time she stands up and she takes responsibility. And taking charge is all about taking responsibility, because when you are responsible for your success, you are responsible for your failure, you are responsible for everything that happens to in your life. So, Niharika, what is it that impacts you and your relationship around yourself? You've got this amazing bunch of people. I think you must be getting one love letter a day. People must be like, fans must be really crazy about you. And for you to continue to remain single, to continue to be a woman entrepreneur who's sought after by hundreds and thousands and even lakhs of people, what keeps you grounded? What keeps your brain normal? How do you not get over your head? Because I know you're so grounded, and even in the middle of the night, if I sent you a text or a message, I get a reply. And the warmth and the down to earth attitude which I have seen in you. You gave a TED talk recently, didn't you?
Yes. All thanks to you. You introduced me to that person.
Yes, and I'm just you're still my Niharika, my Captain Nick. So for me, you're very, very grounded human being. How do you do it? Why doesn't it get over your head? What is it that you talk about yourself that keeps you? What do you tell yourself that keeps you grounded?
So, like I told you, when I was doing internship and a lot of other things before putting up a YouTube channel, things did not work out for me. I did not gain success out of it. But like I said, it's never the failure for me, it's the experience. So, while I was doing internship, while I was doing workshops and assisting directors on, like few short movies, I met couple of celebrities in Radio City and then on set. And I literally, like, I'm a keen observer, so I observed their behavior. And this actually came from Manoj Bajpayee. I was like so lucky to be, to have been present on the same set that he was. I looked at him, he was talking normally, being around with people, learning things. The same happened when I was in Radio City. There were so many celebrities who were very grounded. And I genuinely, as an audience, as a fan, I loved them. And then on the other hand, there were some celebrities who did not even bother to look at you. I mean, you are a fan or you work there as the employee, whatever that is. So that came as experience to me. And I just told myself, is like, whenever I become this famous person that I want to be in my head, I'm going to be like these set of celebrities who are so grounded, so lovely. They just take their job as profession. I mean, yes, they are artists, they are celebrities, they are actors, but then end of the day, they are human beings and they are good human beings. So I learned this one thing from them, that whenever this thing happens to me, I'm gonna be like them. So
So
that's my whole.
tell me some more funny things about you. What are the regular stuff that you like to do? What are the things that you love to do? And what do you do with all the money that you make? Where is the money going? All the money that is pouring in from YouTube, where is it going? I want to know more, because a lot of women, they make a lot of money, and then they go and buy those expensive handbags, and they go and buy those expensive shoes, which I think you should buy, because you should have. But if you have 10, you will go and buy 20, and you go and buy 30, and then when time is bad, nobody's going to pay you back for your shoes that you bought, and you are in a so I see a lot of celebrities and a lot of women entrepreneurs just spend all the money that they make. So it's a bigger car, it's a bigger house, it is, a house is an investment, but a bigger car, the luxuries that you do.
Right.
So tell us a little real life check as to what are the responsibilities that you do as a daughter. I know you're an amazing daughter. I would want my daughter to be like you. So what are the things that you take up as
Oh.
responsibility? What do you do with your money? And how sound are you financially now that you have achieved, the level of success that you're dreaming of?
It has
I mean,
been two and a
I'm not
half years that I've started earning
I'm
good
not sending
profit.
I'm not sending the income tax guys to you, but yes, I want the people watching today to
But I
understand
pay my IT
that,
regularly, annually.
of course. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, it has been like 3 years that the income has started flowing and it's steady. So, like I told you, I've asked you also multiple times because you are a woman who has experience of being a housewife and a businesswoman also. And my mom has been, a teacher. She has worked like for 30 years in her life. So for 3 years, I guess I started investing in property. I also invested in gold. Like I bought a lot of gold jewelry from not lot, but for me it's lot because there was time when I was not able to buy anything. So I did, buy like some beautiful pieces of jewelry for her because she's fond of gold. I'm not. So that made her really happy. And I always tell my parents I keep the transparency of whatever income I have in my bank account. I have invested something in mutual funds also for my future. Like I don't know, what will happen tomorrow with the channel, or what if I flip the whole thing again because I am that person who gets not bored, but I don't know what will be the next step for me in terms of profession. So I always take guidance and advices from elders like my brother, my father, mother, you, and there are so many other people also. I watch these videos where you should put your money, that can earn for you. Like you need to put your money which can earn for you again. It's not like simply just saving up. Saving is not something, I mean, this again I've learned. Saving
So
is
I
not
always
going to make you rich. Investment is going to make you rich.
so I always say that money seeds, when you plant it, they will grow into trees and they will give you fruit. So money should be used as seeds. So when your money makes more money from you, life is much more sorted. Yes.
Yeah.
What else?
This one thing is like I'm super proud of because I'm not a very girly girl. Like today you see me as this, but otherwise I'm like a little tomboyish. I have no interest in handbags and those really expensive boots and shoes. So I think that's handy. But yeah, from time to time I like to pamper myself. So I go buy shop for me, for my family, for my loved ones. And I always have this feeling like for my friends who help me, who have always helped me from the start. I like to give it back a little. So they won't take money from me or like a salary thing, but I like to, show them because this is also I've learned that displaying your love, displaying that you're grateful to someone is also very important. So yeah,
Super.
these are the few things that I do. But this one I've
Niharika,
always
um,
done.
a couple of my friends know about you, and they had asked me a couple of questions that I wanted to ask you from their behalf. Is that what do you think is the future for women in India? What do you think that? What are the opportunities that are there, and what are the kind of questions you get from your fans regarding them becoming YouTubers or becoming them getting into the industry that you are in, the digital
So
world?
I
I mean,
think,
what's the future for
yeah,
women in India?
to be honest, I didn't know what's the scope for me as a woman to be a creator. like 4 years back, 4 to 5 years back when I started my channel. I had no idea. But then I just started. And it was the talent that spoke for me. So I cannot just literally use this reason that okay, because I'm a woman, maybe that's why I'm not doing well, because this is like the society is like this, India as a country is like this, women are not appreciated their hard work. I mean, yes, there are wage gap, there are a lot of things that like that just accelerate for us to have a little more difficulty than what men have. But in the end, if it's all in your mind, like if you have decided that you have to move on, then you do move on.
True. And
There is like
Niharika,
this one reason of being a can't hold you back. I mean, this is just according to me. I mean, there are difficulties, and it's 101% sure that women do have, more difficulties than men because, like, you're married, you have children, you have family to look after, and it's not only your family, then it becomes your in laws also. So there are absolutely more difficulties and challenges you face in comparison to a man. But I guess women are great because of that whole reason that we are the multitaskers. So we need to feel proud about it and go ahead and do our jobs anyway.
so Niharika, I have been working a lot with teenagers and young women entrepreneurs who just started. Like, they bring products and services into market and they start their journey and they get stuck. And once they get stuck, then they don't know where to go. So either they want to go back, they want to quit, but they don't know how to move ahead. And during that time, they go into depression, they go into anxiety, they start having health problems, financial problems, and God forbid, if they have a challenge in their relationship, they are not able to take a decision. Their life becomes really stagnant. So I believe that a lot of women reach out to you. A lot of youngsters and young people reach out to you for solutions, and they ask you because they believe that you have the answer to it. And I'm sure you've been helping out a lot of people. So what are the kind of problems people come to you with? What are the, how do your fans reach out to you, and what is it that you can do for them?
I think, Jim, you are the best person to be reached out when a woman is facing so many turbulences in her life, be it professional, relationship, economic, whatever that is. Because I think, I mean, why I feel so inspired by you, because I know your story, and something that is similar is with my mom. I mean, she had a full time job, she used to travel a lot, but at the same time, she's very domesticated. It has never been like, she'll not cook for us because she's too tired or something like that. So when I have superheroes in front of me, when I have seen things happening, I don't know how to live in denial that, oh no, women can't do everything at once. I mean, it's not possible. I have seen it, and that's why it's possible for me. And maybe that's why in my head, I tell myself that even I can do it. I can cook, I can clean my house. At the same time, I can go out, I can earn money, I can live the standard of life that I want to. So this is the similar question that I ask my followers also, my subscribers, if they ask me, it's like, how do you balance everything? You go ghumne also, you do your household work also, then you are a YouTuber also, like a full-time YouTuber. So how are you, keeping up with so many things? And I just have one simple answer to it, because I have seen things happening. It's not like it cannot happen. Yeah, it's difficult for some people and it's less difficult for some people. But again, I guess it's all about, that fire that you have inside. And if
And
that keeps burning, if you keep providing the fuel inside, I think you can do it. I mean, it's not only about women, Jim. There are so many men I know personally in my life who do everything in their house. They take care of their kids also, they do the household chores also, they go out and they earn also.
you should
So
feature you should feature such men, on your page or something, because you inspire a lot of people. Because when you make those videos about different types of teachers, different types of mothers, different types of teenagers, it makes such a huge impact on the psychology of men. Working, helping out their wives. I am sure another 20 will be inspired to do the same thing. And of course, internationally, a lot of household responsibilities are shared. But in India, there is still a lot of growth happening. There's still a lot of possibility that the lives would become easier. Of course, we have help, we have house help here, and that makes it even more feasible for women to, take care of their families. But when you go on screen and when you say 4 lines, 5 lines about a particular thing, it impacts the teen, it impacts the youngsters. So I really believe, Niharika, that you have a very, very powerful medium to make a change, to be a change maker. So, coming to my next part of my program is, what is it that you feel that people can do that can change today's environment? What are the things that you would ask your fans and your followers to do, to take charge of their lives? Because I believe that when you take responsibility, when you take ownership, like I was there on the inauguration of 10 TV on the, the Republic Day, and all I could say is everybody was talking of numbers and crores of turnover and businesses and this policy and that policy. I'm a very simple person. I believe that if you want to make something more beautiful, if you want to make something strong, if you want to make something more powerful, you have to take responsibility and make it your own. So when I say Mary Niharika, I feel responsible. I care for you, and I feel that I can nurture you and I can help you. Similarly, when you say mere fans, my fans,
Hmm.
you will care for them, you will love them, and you will take responsibility. So you will be a responsible person. You will be very humorous and a very light side to very serious things in life. Like I was seeing how mothers are, and when you had done your videos on mothers, and I was listening to so many things, and I went back to my childhood and I could think about my mother saying those things to me, and I was like, oh, she was not mean to me, she didn't mean bad. It's just the way they feel for their children. And I am now a modern mother, but I still have those dialogues and I still say things
Yeah.
like, this a hostel? I will come to your hostel. Are you going to just sit and do nothing? So I realize my mistakes and I correct them. So I believe the first thing about taking charge is taking responsibility. And what would you like the audience watching today and the people watching today? What are the things they can do to change their circumstances and their opportunities? You can
Okay, so
speak from your
first thing,
experience.
yeah, I mean, not talking about finances and economics because that's the one thing you don't want to hear right now because it's very one-on-one and a personal thing. This is again one of my principles, and I swear by it. I always tell people that you have to be the reason for your own happiness. You cannot always expect others to come and make you happy. I mean, if I feel low when I'm not in good mood to do various things, I don't call up people as like, please come over and make me happy and this and that. And for that matter, it's not even from the person who is making me unhappy in the first place. I am responsible for my own happiness. If I can make myself happy, I can make anyone happy in this whole world. That's one of the questions I always get. People's like, how are you always chubby? How are you all not like chirpy, not chubby, chirpy and jolly and funny all the time? And I always tell them it's not that case. I do have my, my sad days, my gloomy days, but that's the time when I don't feel like Instagramming or coming online because that's the time when I want to just stay, like, be all by myself. But then how I make myself happy is by doing all sorts of things that I like. I'll cook something, I'll listen to music, I'll do something that I've been wanting to do. And the simple things that brings back the whole motivation and happiness and everything that I need to be. That's one thing. Other thing is to protect your peace at any cost. Like, I mean, there are certain interviews where the host will ask, so what do you think about this and this creator or this and this artist? Like he or she has done new like sort be in like the current situation. And I always feel like, why do we need to talk about the third person who's not present here? Let's talk about you and me. We
True.
have similar issues, or maybe we have bigger issues. Why are we not addressing them? Why do you want to, like, why you want my opinion on somebody else's life? So I don't like that kind of like conversations. Like, it's very unnecessary to talk about something which is not useful to you and me. I mean, I like these kind of interviews where you ask about me and where you talk to me about your life. And this is the only thing that should happen when two people are talking. Otherwise, it's only like, it's very boring. Why should I have opinion about anybody else's life, work? I don't like
True.
to like be into that unnecessary pachda. It's like mujhe I have nothing to do with what this creator is doing, who got a lip job, who did this, who did that. So I
Same with
literally have no opinions.
I totally agree. And Niharika, I have always believed that when you compare yourself with somebody else, unless it's a progressive comparison, it's a healthy competition. I think you shouldn't compare yourself with somebody else because you're unique. Today
Yeah.
you may be on the ground floor, tomorrow you'll be on the top floor,
Yeah.
right? But that doesn't give you the right to look down upon somebody because today you're on the top floor,
Absolutely.
tomorrow you'll be on the ground floor. Because in my journey, Niharika, that I was at a top of my career, and just one day later, just one day overnight, I lost it all. And it's very difficult for people to really experience or understand what it feels like that you have more than 70, 80 people working for you in an office, and next day morning you have a cup of tea in your hand and you don't know what to do. You're lost, everything is taken away. So you can be on the top and you can be on the bottom in overnight, or maybe in a fraction of a second. That's what happens to a lot of celebrities, that they lose their
Yeah.
name and fame overnight. And that is
Yeah.
the time which is the darkest moment, is when the relationships that you have, the people around you, are going to hold you tight. So if you don't look down at people, and if you are aware that I am as human as the other person, then the comparison does not impact you. In fact, it can only inspire you, because when I look at your subscribers or when I look at your work, I know I'm not somebody who does humor. I do something really serious, and I do something which is quite different from what you do, but of course the outcome is more or less similar. So whenever I look at your subscribers, I'm like, touch wood, lovely, awesome. So that's the feeling, and somebody can inspire you if you look at their good qualities, and if you look at their growth as something that you can learn from. So when you can learn from other people, they become an inspiration. When you can learn from other people, they will show you that they have taken charge of their lives and how you can take charge of your lives. It will make things more clear, it will make things more simpler, and it will make things more believable. So when I look at
Correct.
you as a success story and I study you, I see that the major reason that you are staying successful and growing is because of your down to earth attitude and innovating your content again and again. So you're using creativity, you're using innovation, and no matter what the other person or the competitor does, you stick to your style. You don't change your style. Your individuality is there in your work. So I would want you, I'm putting you on a fixed state, but I would want you to share what's your vision for 2021, and do you want to share something about 2020 which will help other people relate that yes, it was as difficult for you as it was for others. So what did 2020 do to you, and how is 2021 going? What are we going to see from you on 2021? What's your bigger vision for 2021?
So, 2020 has actually been amazing for content creators because that's one of the things that people did a lot sitting at their home, that is consuming content online. In a wider picture, like, yes, 2020 was great, but only for content creators who actually put their content online for audience to watch. But other everything else, I mean, there's nothing new I'm going to talk about the virus and everything. But if we talk about gaining success in 2020 because a lot of people were consuming content so much, I did not do very well in that case. But yes, there were so many things that I learned because I have always been struggling to increase followers on Instagram and this and that, because I mean, that's my thing. I'm not a very great multitasker when it comes to doing things. So I was only focusing on YouTube, but then I realized I need to focus on my Facebook, also on my Instagram also. So I started creating more content. I started like looking good in terms of like just being absolutely presentable sometimes. Otherwise, I'm a very jhalla personality, I go live in my PJs and just a like a hair one, basically. There's zero makeup and all.
So I have
These are
I have seen you were live in the middle of the night. You were in Punjab, I think, and or Amritsar somewhere, and I've seen you, like all dreamy eyed and all sleepy, and like I'm going to just go log off, I'm too sleepy, and you just went off. And I really admire, because to be without makeup, to be in your regular avatar, not
Yeah.
dressed up, and just to get the camera on. So, because you know what, I know a lot of women who want to look perfect, who want to
Yeah.
look extremely beautiful. They want everything prim and proper. And for example, I chopped my hair off, and unfortunately, due to miscommunication, I got chopped a little bit more shorter. And from a week, I was like, it's not me, it's not me, it's a little different. I went back, 10 years of my life where I had very short hair and all. And I was like, doesn't matter. I mean, I'm going to
Yeah.
speak to somebody from my heart. I'm going to share something which is going to impact a life. What is more important, the length of my hair or somebody's life being impacted? So I believe that we resonate that way, and you are so human, and that makes you more authentic. That makes you
Yeah.
more lovable. That makes you more real.
Thank you.
And I think a lot of women have this misconception that Facebook is great, YouTube is great, but it's not great if you're showing off. It's not a
Yeah.
platform to
True.
show off, it's a platform to connect. So if I can connect to you through digital medium, and I can share what I want to say, whether it is a joke, whether it is something serious, whether it is inspirational, whether it is just having a conversation, then it is really, really powerful. That you look good, you look great, you have great quality of shoot. When you are very conscious of how you look, and when you're very conscious of, will they like me, when the validation comes in, that's the dangerous. You don't need validation. And Niharika, I think you are the most adorable girl I have known.
Same
So
to
I
you.
don't know, not very
Yeah.
good at this, like that. But yeah, you tell me, what are the things that you love? What are the things that you want people to really imbibe in their life, to make their life more easy when it comes to media? Because it's such a big pressure on a lot of women. They want to wear new clothes. They want to have a lot of makeup. I can understand, it's a beauty. It's a beautiful part of being a woman. But give me your part of the story. What is it? How many hours of preparation you need to be on screen?
So I'll tell you, like, there are these three, 4 pointers. First thing is, no woman on earth is satisfied with the way she looks naturally, like whatever she has, what's been given by God, the way she is born. No woman. You name the biggest actress from Hollywood, Bollywood, I don't know, but no one is happy. They'll go and they'll do something about it. So that
Right.
is one thing. So whether it be Angelina Jolie or Aishwarya Rai or you and me, no one is happy with their looks. So
Right.
that's the thing about women. And I adore that fact. I mean, it's okay. Second thing, I don't judge women who put a lot of makeup and they try to, look their best every time. I mean, it's okay if that's your choice, if that's how you want to look, if that's how you want others to look at you, that's okay. Third thing is, it's a personal viewpoint. For me, it's very important when I go on my channel and when I do lives and like why I don't prefer wearing a lot of makeup is because that's not me. And I really want, I mean, it doesn't matter if I have 10 subscribers, but they should be, they should be like me. They should relate to me. So when I'm doing something, they shouldn't feel like, Arey, she's so fake. No, I really don't like that. I prefer quality over quantity. So that has been, again, one of my principles in life that, like, I still maintain it. And I always tell people, like, there are so many comments on videos like, oh, you have gained weight. Oh, now you started looking old and all. I literally addressed this thing in my TED Talk, and my whole TED Talk was around the same thing. So there is only one thing I need to tell people. There are
So
influencers
you're talking about,
who,
I want that we have got 5 more minutes. So I want you to just
yeah.
take this up really, really in depth about criticism. That when you
Okay.
are criticized as a
Hmm.
woman or as an individual, how does it
Hmm.
impact? What do you feel about it? And what do you do about it? So when, let's say, I say you're looking horrible, and what nonsense have you published?
Yeah.
I don't like it at all. Let's say a fan tells you that, and you take it as a troll. What
Hmm.
if somebody close to you criticizes you? How does it feel? Let's say Gemini comes and criticizes you, and what would you think about it?
See, if someone who loves me dearly is telling me something, I am going to consider it and ask you, what can I do to fix this? So that is a different thing. But then when these things happen online, like the trolls and the memes and the mean comments, the negative comments, I was this person initially who used to take it seriously and feel bad about it and then cry for nights and all. But then, like I said, there was this one incident which happened in lockdown only. I had just stopped worrying about everything and anything that is happening online, because that is not my life. They don't know me. If I'm gaining weight, they don't know if I have thyroid, I have a PCOD or whatever that is. That's my personal reason. I don't want to address it online for everyone. Again, that's a personal choice. But if you think that I've started looking old, that is because I am getting old. I can't be 16 year or 26 year for the rest of my life. And if you
True.
want me to do certain jobs to look like a certain age, Baba, you need to change your thinking. It's not me. You are the problem. I'm not. So I've
Correct.
really stopped worrying about what people think of my looks and my weight and my height and everything else. I'm like, listen, dude, I'm making comedy video. तुझे हंसी आई नहीं आई, let's talk about that. I am not a good content creator. I'm not here to teach you fashion. I'm here to give you my best area to tell you. That you take somebody else. So I have been always clear about this thing. I'm very sweet, but at the same time, if you try to, bargain with nonsense, I'm gonna give it back in multiple folds to you. So
So,
that is also one kind of swag I have maintained.
so Niharika, tell my viewers where can they find you? What are your social media handles? And do we subscribe? Should we subscribe to
Yes,
you?
please, please. I guarantee you fun and entertainment.
Okay.
With
So
a lot of
I
kind of real good social messages.
So Niharicka Singh is there on Instagram. She's
Yes.
of course a YouTuber par excellence. You can't miss her. So you can follow her on YouTube and subscribe and maybe put in a comment on one of the videos that you love about what she's speaking about. I'm going to summarize Niharika's journey as a women entrepreneur in the form of Take Charge. So as a Take Charge expert and author, I have been in a journey of 3 decades of fashion, which was a roller coaster ride for me. But yes, I'm still very creative. I was developing myself, learning, and I met people like Niharika and many other women and men who are going to be there on my show. But what I think is the USP, the best part about Niharika is she says it as it is. There is no
Filter.
she means. Also, she loves and cares deeply to the people she meets. So she's a very loving and emotional human being. And I believe that emotion is not weakness, emotion is powerful. So, as a take charge woman and an entrepreneur, Niharika has seen absolute madness about success. I can say from having just a few 500 to having 1.7 or 1.8 maybe by the end of the show, and she just believes that she can do something good, and she loves her work. The passion is there, the dedication is there, the consistency is there. So I think these are the qualities that a take charge woman has, that she takes responsibility, she understands her finances, because I'm very very particular that women should grow financially and take care of themselves, so that at the end of 20 or 30 years of career they don't end up having zero like I did a couple of years back. And I wish you love, I wish you strength, I wish you growth, and I wish that the people across the world know your name. And you should make some more amazing videos on coaches, people who coach and transform lives, because I think me and a lot of other people are into fitness coaches. So this is my demand for you, that in 2021 you should make a video on what are the different kind of coaches and how they transform their lives, because I think as a person I've been able to add value to somebody's life, and my mission is that if I can help one person a day, if I can impact one life deeply to the extent that it goes to transformation, I think I've done my job. And that's what my second book is all about, Take Charge 5x Formula. Niharika, you're going to probably, I'm going to make you write the foreword for my book. I know you're not a writer,
Yay!
but I would want you to write a foreword for my book. And I think I'm very happy always being in your presence and being in your company. And I'm really truly blessed that I have Take Charge women like you. So your before we say goodbye, I want you to give a very very inspirational and a very very lovely message coming from your heart to my audience. Go for it, Niharika.
There's only one thing I've been saying since 2020, since the time I've realized that I don't need validation from anybody else who's not my well wisher. So yeah,
Super.
I mean, validations are important from someone who's your family, who's your close friends. That's very important. But if someone is trying to put you down or just is constantly comparing you with other people, you don't need that. Don't pay attention.
So you
Does
need
not.
to take criticism constructively and let it empower you, let it grow, and let it inspire you to do better.
I mean, your life is not for somebody else to decide and make changes or whatever. You listen to people, that's okay, but at the end of the day, it's your life.
So I think we are out of time, and I think we've gone beyond time. I didn't see the this. So thank you for being on my show, and wish you all the love, wish you all the happiness, and looking forward to 1.9, 1, 2, 3, 4 million, whatever, wherever you want to go. May you reach there. And thank you for being on my show. And next
I
week,
just want to say one line. I love you. You know that I'm not very great with expressing my emotions. I'm learning, but then I just know that you get me. So yeah,
you have always supported me, or you always stood by me, and you've always encouraged me. What more can I have? So I am blessed for sure. And next week, I want you to log in, Niharika, to get an amazing insight into one more individual who
yeah.
has
I
a
don't think I should interview you.
anytime.
You
So
should.
thank you, Niharika. Take care, and looking
You
forward to seeing you grow. Thank you.
absolutely.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Thank
And
you,
do
everyone.
put in your yes, and subscribe to Niharika's channel. She is known as Captain Nick, and do share some amazing videos that Niharika has made. And that's our way of supporting women and women entrepreneurs. Thank you.
Thank you.